But I
Well,
have this question that's been working my mind for a long time. When
yeah,
we do the Kumbhaka and
yeah.
Bahya Kumbhaka, at
Uh,
those specific moments, no, I know that when you inhale, when we do Puraka, the oxygen is going inside, exchange of carbon dioxide, and in Reshaka, it's going out. But at that point, when you go Kumbhaka, what
yes.
happened in that moment on the cellular level, and then at
Okay,
Bahya Kumbhaka, what
I
happens there?
explain. Perfect. I want all of you to listen to this. It's a little scientific, but important for all of you to know. In AnterKumbhaka, what is happening is, do you know the alveoli? You know the alveoli, the balloons in the lungs? So you have inhaled the atmospheric air, which is 78% nitrogen, which is neutral, 21% oxygen, and rest other gases are negligible. So you have a reactive molecule of oxygen, which is there inside your alveoli. You've taken it in, inhale, you've taken it inside, and you're holding it. Now, the surface of alveoli is one cell thick. What is one cell? Very, 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 very thin, like very thin surface. Now, that surface of alveoli is richly supplied with blood vessels. It's supplied with blood vessels. Now, the blood vessels are in the form of capillaries, which is also one cell thick. So there is a layer of alveoli and a layer of blood vessel with the blood. Here, there is a process which is called diffusion of gases. Diffusion. That means movement of gas from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. Now, what happens from the blood? The blood is actually CO2 blood, which is coming from the cellular metabolism, coming out of glycolysis. It's CO2 blood. So CO2 rich blood is there in the lungs and O2 is inside the alveoli. Now diffusion will happen. So oxygen will see that there is less oxygen in the blood. It will come to the blood, and CO2 will see that there is less. So that this alveoli has no CO2. CO2 will go out to the alveoli. So there's an exchange like this, okay, from alveoli to the blood. So in the blood, you have hemoglobin that is reactive to oxyhemoglobin. This oxygen comes and binds to the blood RBCs, and CO2 comes to the alveoli. That is your AnterKumbhaka, right? Then you will do Rechaka, that is exhalation. You will exhale out CO2. It's a little warm. CO2 rich gas you will exhale out, and the blood is very happy. It has taken the oxygen from your alveoli. Now it will rush to the heart. So the pulmonary vein. Then from the heart, it is pumped to the aorta and the whole body it goes. Then again, on a cellular level, your glycolysis happens and the reaction takes place. O2 plus glucose gives CO2, H2O and ATP. ATP we are using, and the CO2 is again coming to the blood and the blood is bringing it back to the lungs. So that exchange is happening in AnterKumbhaka. When you are exhaling out and doing Bahir Kumbhaka, it is like it's a balloon. You squeeze the balloon and the CO2 has gone out. Okay. But it is under lower pressure. The alveoli are under lower pressure. Atmospheric pressure is 1. Alveoli pressure is low. The moment you relax, suddenly the oxygen rich air pushes inside. So the whole fundamental of yoga means you have to oxygenate yourself as much as you can. More oxygen, more energy, happy mind, more energy, your activities more, less diseases. And mental happiness and balance is proportional to how much oxygen you have in the body. A dog breathes very fast and dies very early. A tortoise breathes slow and lives longer. So when you are holding the breath, when you're increasing the kumbhaka, the exchange is happening better. So I'm running with 10 oranges, you are running with 10 apples, and we have no time. I try to give you the basket and I take the basket, half the apple falls and the exchange is not proper. Now, if I tell you, let's sit over a coffee. Abbasji, you come with your 10 apples, I have my 10 oranges, we'll sit comfortably, we'll say hi, hello, I'll peacefully hand you over the basket of oranges and I'll collect the apples and then I move. So the exchange will be better. That is what is happening in the Kumbhaka. You're giving it the coffee time of sitting and exchanging it properly. When that happens, oxygen is high. When oxygen is high, the mind is balanced. You will not go gaga over life. You will see that everything is fine. It's okay. Big deal. Yeah. This is what happens when you do pranayam regularly. This is a preventive. So tomorrow, if suddenly something happens, you'll not go gaga over life.